Hello, welcome back to What's Up in Real Estate. I'm here with Greg Flowers. And Greg, let's get right to it. Interest rates, we've been taking on a roller coaster ride pretty much with it. What's up with that?
Well, we have a lot of things that are in the hopper right now that are making our economic picture very choppy. What we have is this potential Asian banking crisis. We also have the Washington scandal that's going on right now. Plus, we have the potential of military action in Iraq. All these things are giving some uncertainty to the market and making interest rates very choppy. It's also making the stock market do some erratic things. The fundamentals are still there, but we are definitely in choppy waters as far as rates going up, rates coming down, bond market up, that kind of thing.
A lot of push and pull going on out there.
Yeah, definitely. Very volatile, very volatile.
Okay. Do you see this trend continuing?
Well, as long as there's uncertainty, there will be uncertainty in the market. It puts a lot of pressure on bonds and inflationary instruments such as gold, oil, silver. Just recently we've seen huge rises in silver. It's at its high point right now. I think the last time I looked at silver it was 5.7. That's the highest it's been since 1973. So, and that's characteristic when inflation is in the picture. We have no inflation, so to speak of, as compared to those times. So it's really unusual.
Let's talk about inflation. Is it on the warpath here? Or?
Yeah. Actually, the fundamentals are the same. We have continued low inflation and we have continued job growth. As long as those take precedence, we really shouldn't see any rise in any of these inflationary instruments. It should be status quo, but these uncertain times are making things very volatile, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Okay. One thing I know that we're really concerned about watching all the time is the jobless rates. You know, is it declining or is it increasing? How is it right now?
Right now, jobless claims are continuing to decrease. There's spikes, of course, in the market, but the trend line is down. We have an unemployment rate in the nation of 4.7. It was 4.9, the last jobless rate quote, which was last month, and then our local economy is 2.6. So that means out of every 100 people, only 2.6 people are unemployed, which is remarkable.
That's outstanding.
It's almost difficult not to get a job these days, which is kind of scary because you'd think there'd be inflation. So many people are earning money, so many people are spending money. But actually, the adverse is true. People are saving more now than they have in quite a long time.
Okay. One thing we had talked about in earlier programs is about the Asian market. I was reading or listening about Brazil. They thought was going to be the next domino going down.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of scare there, as you had mentioned. Now, is the Asian market right now, what's the status on that? How is that, do you think that's going to affect the future and interest rates for our market or our economy?
Those ripples haven't really come on shore here yet. They are starting to. They haven't really come out in full force. What's happening is a lot of different countries have assets in Asian banks. Some banks are now insolvent. And like our Fed funds rate, as we lend to other banks overnight, those funds are insolvent. So as this thing starts to unfold, and the IMF may come in and give some money to these banks to make them solvent, the big picture hasn't really unfolded yet. What is the true debacle? Is it this bank, that bank, or all banks? We really don't know yet.
It's a little bit too soon to tell.
Very much so.
Okay. Now, we've talked about 2.6 jobless rate, and that's on a national level, correct?
That's on a local level.
That's on a local level?
Yeah, 4.6, 4.7 is the national unemployment, which is still dramatic.
What about the whole of our local government or local economy? What's that looking?
Local economy is still very strong. The Asian crisis may, or as it's already starting, I think Seagate had something recently that happened, but it will continue to unfold and play itself out here. The bottom line with that is we're going to have lower demand, and that's what's going to play. That's going to be which may put pressure on jobs.
Okay. With everything that we've talked about, with interest rates as choppy as they are, the roller coaster, would you recommend locking in a rate now, or would just playing the game?
I would totally lock in a rate. If you're thinking of refinancing or purchasing a market, I would lock in a rate way before I would float. I would go for not past a 30-day lock, but I would definitely think a 30-day lock, possibly a 45, only if there's a new construction, but 30-day lock. As soon as the loan application would come in, I would lock the rate.
Okay, and about the interest rates in the days ahead, what do you see?
I would say choppy waters ahead, hopefully picking back up steam and going down again, but right now it's very, very uncertain.
Okay. We've got some severe weather conditions going on. I know there's been predictions that this is exactly what we're going to have. And would you see down in the summer months, do you have any forecasting for that?
Some of
Are
us-
you predicting an El Nino in the summer?
Let me look at my crystal ball. That's so far ahead. I would think that it would still put jobless things may happen here because of that as the agricultural market gets the hit for the wet weather.
And you said wait and see to begin with anyway. So thanks for joining us. What's Up in Real Estate. When you come back next time, we'll have another great program for you. Until next week, see you later.
Thank you.